What's going on, everybody? It is 9 p.m. Wednesday night, and it's your boys, Mike and Mish, with the Mike and Mish Show. Mike, we need a new intro, dude. I'm tired of that fucking thing.
Yeah, it's coming around the corner. I'm telling you.
I'm sick of it. Why don't we? Anybody out there that's good at making intros and wants to contribute to the Mike and Mish Show, please feel free to send us some stuff.
Yeah, contact
and maybe
us.
get us a new intro with some fighters in it and some action and the Mike and Mish logo with the Mission Accomplished logo flying around, something in there.
Maybe we can get something going, How about you guys contact your guys and get in touch with my guys? Maybe we can do something.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Hey, we got a quick show. I mean, we got a fun show tonight. We only got one guest. It could go half an hour, it can go an hour. It depends on how we're feeling. But we're going to bring him on in a second, right after we listen to the sweetest sound from Cranston, Rhode Island, now living on Coventry. Here he is.
Norcom Mortgage and Michael Mish are delivering the American dream to those who serve America, helping veterans obtain the dream of home ownership. They offer programs that include no money down, no first-time homebuyer requirement, 100% cash-out refinances, rehab loans. They can help you purchase a home, purchase a condo, refinance an existing mortgage, create a dream home with rehab loan. To learn more, visit www.michaelmish.norcommortgage.com or call 860-884-2103.
You'll ever hear. To learn more, make sure you call 860-884-2103 and call Mike Mish if you have any mortgage questions, any loan questions, any of that stuff. Best in the business, licensed in 30 states or whatever it is. Promise you he'll get it done for you. We also have the BKBetShark, who is already firing up on all cylinders for this fight card coming up on Friday night. He was messaging back and forth with me today. He's liking a few fights. I can't tell you what they are because you used to nods need to go follow him at BKBetShark on Instagram and click on his link and follow the man because he will make you some money. And if you're not going to make it to the fights, if you haven't already, get over to the bareknucklecornsnacks.com. Take a look at all their products and buy yourself some delicious popcorn so you could sit back, get fat, and watch people punch each other in the face. Mike, are you ready to bring in our guest?
Of course I'm ready. Of course. I've been ready.
All right, let's do this. This guy is 5-0. He's number 5 in the lightweight division in the BKFC. He is a frequent customer, frequent stopper by of this show, whatever you want to call it. What do you call that?
Frequent flyer
of the Mike and Mish Show. Here we go. The gangster himself, the king of the Carolinas. Let's go.
He's one of our missionaries.
You motherfuckers. What's good, gentlemen?
What is going on, Tony?
Yeah, there's a lot, man. So much going on in such a little time, and it's truly a blessing. And wow, I'm excited, bro.
You should be. And we've like I just said, you're a frequent guest of the show, but we love to have you on. We had to get you right back on here before I go away for a month to school. We needed to get Tony Soto on here to talk about the fact that he is back with the BKFC on a multi-fight contract, and hopefully you have some fight news coming up. Talk about it. What made you decide to go with the multi-fight contract, and who do you have your eye on to kick things off?
So there was a lot of deliberation. There was a lot of back and forth. At the end of the day, it's all about money. In the beginning, I didn't come into it for the money because I did it as a passion. But it's like, if you're gonna do something, you might as well go fucking all the way and make some bank while you're doing it. And look good while you're doing it. So, I didn't shoot myself short. I know my worth. I know that the world knows that you're gonna have to fucking kill me to put me down. I'm who I say I am, and the organization is they're gonna fucking back me. So I'm happy. So let's go. I'm ready. And as far as who I have my eyes on, you can go back into all my Instagram posts, but I was originally calling out Chad Mendez and Kevin Kroom. I called Kevin out a really long time ago. A lot of people seen that shit. And I don't like the guy. The guy's got a fucking smirk on his face. I just want to smack him. He looks like Joe Dirt ordered from Wish. Like, he's just an ugly son of a bitch. He's a home wrecking motherfucker. I don't like the guy. Honestly, I'd fight the dude for free. They could even they could take that fight and be like, you know what, this don't even count on your 3-fight contract. I'll just go smash him and then give me Luis Palomino, who says he's not giving me a fight unless I fight Tyler again. So he makes the fucking rules? Fuck out of here.
That seems crazy to me that he would say that. Although, the Kevin Kroom thing, that really interests me. And I think it'll interest a lot of people. The homewrecker comment. I know that the Bareknuckle show didn't want to touch this with a 10-foot pole, but I feel like maybe not a lot of people know what you're referring to, and maybe we should touch on it a little bit. What do you guys think?
Yeah, do you think so? Yeah, we all think so back here. But listen, this motherfucker, is a piece of shit. Like, you have your best friend and he's getting married, and then, he's getting married to, his wife, and you're gonna go ahead and fuck his wife on the day to get married? Are you serious? That's still lowest of low. There's low, but that's low. Like, honestly, I don't like him. I don't like the guy's fighting style. He thinks he can fight. He's a clinch fighter. He ain't got no fucking hands. He doesn't belong there. He beat up little Chevy, what's the last name?
Bridges.
Little Chevy Bridges. I felt bad for little Chev. Chevy, was looking a little too heavy, but I think it's my time right now. And I think that's a fight that makes sense. I really wanted to fight Brian Durant, the little field mouse looking motherfucker. But you know what? It's not going to work out. He wants to go to 145. God bless. I think Kevin makes sense. He's a name. He's also got some experience. I think there really wouldn't be much question as if when I win that fight, I should get my title fight. And by all means, gentlemen, hear me out here. Michael, hear me out here, brother.
I hear you.
I would love to fight Tyler again. Oh, God, I would love to shut every one of those fucking Miami and Britain crumpet-eating sons of bitches up. I would love to shut them all up. But let him get another fight and win. Let him win another fight and earn that fight to fight me. Fuck that. You're not just gonna get Loco Soto. You gotta earn that now, bro. I'm becoming the dude now. It might sound cocky, but I think it's just confidence. But it is what it is.
So before we pass over did Kevin Kroom, Mike, you pay more attention than I do. I'm always behind on some of the social media stuff. Did he ever address that anywhere to anyone in any interviews? I don't remember seeing if anything besides Tim Elliott's post ever came out on that. Anybody know?
Well, as far as I know, no. But he could have appeared on a podcast that I didn't see and argue it. But I haven't seen headlines pop. And I feel like if he came out and talked about it, or if she came out, which she may have, and said something, then I believe it would be headlines. Just like the post by Tim Elliott was like right on front page as soon as, and you know what I mean? Like what he put out. And then he even went on a podcast himself and he talked about it. Was it a podcast or did he put out a post? Either way,
Tim did?
Yeah, he did. And he talked about it and it came right up in my feed. So I feel like if he did say something, it would have came out.
I know that he was in Gina's corner in that Game Bread fight card. So that was after the post. So we'll just leave it at that. Now, if you were talking about Tyler Goodjohn and not wanting to fight him again right away, you said he needs to go fight somebody else. But what if I know that Tyler Goodjohn is managed by Luis Palomino, right? What if you had it written into the stipulation that you beat Tyler the next he will put his title on the line, no matter, like, put it in paper, put it in writing. You beat Tyler in the rematch, fair and square, no more, no rubber match, no nothing. You beat him 2-0 now. Now his manager has to put the belt on the line against you. What if that was the case?
Listen, if David wants it, then David gets it. That's just what it is. But does it make sense? The fans want to see it? Yeah, fuck yeah, the fans want to see it, of course. But I'm also going to come in a different fighter. It's not going to be the same time, like the same Soto you seen in the last fight. I looked at his face recently, and you know, he talks about all the scar tissue, but I believe that I gave him a handful of new scars. Those all look brand new. Homeboy looks like Chucky, the bride of Chucky when they put them back together. You know what I'm saying? But regardless, it is what it is. I'll fight him. I'll fight him again. But
If you were to fight him again, you would approach it, you know, like everyone learns from their past mistakes, and you had came on here after that fight and admitted that you kind of gassed yourself out in those first 2 rounds, but then you recouped and you came back in the late round and you took the 5th and you won the fight. This
Absolutely.
time, energy exertion, I'm sure you would make some adjustments, and we wouldn't see the same Tony. You're right.
No, absolutely not. Because if you look at my last fight, people try to say I don't have a gas tank. I fought Wayne Reed. My gas tank was through the roof. I came into the 4th round. I finished it. I was fast. I was kept moving. The camp that I had was trash. I actually left my gym because of that. The gym was horrible. I took 8 weeks to focus on a great camp, and I got 2.5 weeks. Then I get sick fight week. I don't make this shit public. I don't make excuses. At the end of the day, you go to fight, you fight. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. It's a fight. Anything can happen. You know, when you go to the bar, you can't choose your opponent. Shit happens. You know what I mean? So it is what it is.
So you left your gym. Where are you training? Are you moving around? You gym hopping right now, or
what
are
I'm
you
gonna
in?
pretty much what I'm doing right now is officially today my camp started. I had a phenomenal day training. I fucking killed it. But as far as that, there's a handful of gyms that, you know, welcome me with open arms in North Carolina, and this is the reason why I really came out here. I mean, the martial art community out here is just so welcoming. And when I went to this gym, they're so like segregated. They just like, you know, they don't like people cross training, and well, depends who you are, if you know what I'm saying. But you know, I came out here and I was like a gym gypsy. I was going to one gym to get a little bit of this, going to another gym to get a little bit of that. And I was actually being able to find who I was and find the style that I like to use. And you know what I mean? And learn to be that martial artist that I want it to be. Because that's what it is, you know? You know, you want to be a jack of all trades, not a master of one. That's how I look at it when it comes to MMA. But now that I'm in this predicament, like today I trained at Bone Breaker. I'm going to Forum Fitness on Monday to go box with some high level boxers. You know, Levante Early trains there. He's fucking 16-0. That used to be my sparring partner, you know, when I was professionally boxing. Then I'm gonna most likely the following Sunday I'm gonna meet up with Keith. I'm gonna go train with Keith on that Sunday. I might go to Brian Battle's gym in Combat, Carolina during a week to go do some technique. I can move around now. Now I have the freedom, I would say, to just, you know, go and be the best me without worrying if I'm making somebody upset, because why should I, you know? And at the end of the day, now my camp's going to be even better because my cardio, I'm going to focus so much on cardio so I can look David in the face after and be like, I got this, and you need to get that belt and make it shiny, buddy, because look, I'm still here, you know? So
You know, Doug Coltrane's in the comments here. Do you know where he trains at him? Have you trained with him at all?
oh, well, we're gonna link up too. That's another cat I'm linking up with, you know. We possibly might be fighting on the same card, you know. He's a great fucking dude. I mean, when me and him had our main event fights and we were backstage together, man, me and that dude, we bonded pretty good, man. That energy that we had right there, we went out there and we put on a show, man. It was definitely an honor to fight, you know, beside that dude, pretty much.
Now, if we rewound this podcast back about 2 minutes, I heard the words, my camp started today. That's what you said. You said it. We didn't say it. You said it. My camp started today. So when I hear my camp started today, that means that you have a fight already. That's called detective work. That's the principle of detection right there.
You know what?
Are you telling?
I'm fucking tired of you, okay? Just because you're wearing an Al Capone shirt, you can't fucking Shylock me over here, pal, okay? You're not going to grab me by the jibs and think I'm going to...
My guy. No, you don't have to tell us. You don't have to tell us, but would that indicate that you do have a fight lined up and you're not allowed to talk about it, or are we gonna or you see one coming down the pipe and you're pretty sure it's a done deal and you're getting the camp going?
It's a fucking it's a missile, you know what I mean? That shit's it's hot. It's real hot, you know what I mean? I wouldn't be eating fucking high fiber chicken wraps already if I wouldn't, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's gonna happen. It's here. This is what it is. I didn't sign the contract to fucking dance. I'm giving myself Me and my wife, we gave it 18 months until see what happens with this, and we're kind of past 18 months, and look where we are. So the next goal is to knock these 3 fights out as fast as possible, and let's do it. Like, that's it. If not, then what's next. You know what I mean? Like, that's it. I'm gonna start the first bare knuckle styled MMA boxing gym. That's what I want to do.
So I was going to say, I want to take it back a little bit because we kind of breezed through the Palomino situation, right? And
talk to me nice.
Yeah, well, here we go. So your wife just said 5-0, and that's what I was going to bring up right here, that you are 5-0, and obviously the next fight is not against Palomino. So you're going to go into the fight gonna win, right? That's because I know if I say like, oh, if you win, you're gonna say I'm gonna win, blah. So we'll skip to the part where you're 6-0, right? You're 6-0. I can't understand why in any world you wouldn't be fighting for the title. I can't even fathom why you would go and fight somebody. And no offense to Tyler Goodjohn, because he's had an argue. You can argue your fight, right? You could go back to her first fight and people are arguing that he lost that fight, but he won it. So should he have to go back now and fight Crazy Horse? Would that be before he fights for the title? That's ridiculous. And I understand he wants to fight. I get it. I know it. I understand where he's coming from, but he's 1-3 and you would be 6-0 after this match. So I do not understand why you wouldn't be fighting for the title after that. It doesn't make any sense. There's nobody else there. So I don't know.
And you're right, all the way. And it's when you really lay the cards out like that and look at what you're dealt, that's exactly what's going on. I think the organization looks at it this way, and they kind of put it as if it's my fault sometimes, which like I said, I'm not talking about them. I'm not saying anything bad, but you can't blame me for fighting two debuts or whatever. My first fight I fought Joshua Sykes. That was a hell of a fight. I broke my hand in the first fucking 50 seconds, kept fighting through it, dealt with adversity. Second fight I fought Sean Moffitt, but he was 1-0. I was 1-0. I beat him. Then I fought, who'd I fight? That Mexican dude, Joshua Morales.
Yep,
dealt with adversity.
He
headbutted me in the fucking first round, broke my nose in 2 places in the first round. Which you seen, I said, when I'm going to show the doctor, I was like, no, my fucking nose was doing some squishy shit, but he was a debut. Wasn't my fault that, what's his name? Chevy. I was supposed to fight that.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
He backed out. Then when I went to fight the next one, I forgot who it was.
Josh Marr.
Yeah, I would have killed that guy. God bless him.
You would have fought Josh Marr, yep.
Yeah, that guy, I would have dropped him like a sack of potatoes. Like, he would have he would have been mush. But regardless, when you retook the fight, I personally thought it was a tougher fight. Yes, it was his debut, but he was a tougher fight. The fucking dude cracked me with some really good shots, but I walked through them, and that wasn't enough. Then they questioned, fight Tyler Goodjohn, blah, blah, blah. Okay, whatever. I fight Tyler Goodjohn. I go out there the first 2 rounds, I fucking give it everything I got. I slice and dice him like I was a fucking Ninja Turtle. And then, the 3rd round, I had an adrenaline dump. Shit didn't go my way, but I kept punching. I kept fighting. The 4th round came, he hurt me with a body shot. I kept punching. I kept fighting. Get into the 5th round, my coach yells at me in the corner. He pumps me up. I get in. If he wanted to win that fight that bad, that was the round to do it, and he didn't. And I fucking turned it up, and I took it on the 5th round. And that's the thing about it. I proved my heart. I proved my fucking dog. I proved my abilities, bro. Sign the checks and give me the gold. I'm wearing it for a reason. I'm ready, bro. I'm a great, besides all the stupid shit, I'm a great role model. I'm a fucking correction officer. I'm a father. I'm a fucking hardworking American. I'm a decent guy. You know what I mean? I'm that guy. I'm not Luis fucking Palomino over here pretending to be a tough guy, but then backstage when I pressed him, he's over here like, worry about your fight. Goodjohn couldn't even make eye contact with me backstage. All these guys are fucking fake. This is me. This is who you get. If you don't like it, I don't give a fuck. Fight me then.
Wow. Well, Ben had a question in the comments, and I don't know how you're going to answer this one. He says it's a 3-fight contract that you signed. What in a perfect world, what would those 3 fights be before you ride off into the sunset? If that's your plan.
My plan, and I'll put it out there.
Yeah, because I don't know if you plan on sticking around after the 3. You know what I mean?
I'm going to tell you this in a perfect world, this would make sense. And if you agree with me, if not, I fight the next guy, right? Let's say Kevin Kroom. I fucking smash him, okay? I hit him like a fucking just bang bang boogie. The next fight should be a title fight. The new contract goes from there because it's a negotiation after that because it's a title fight. So after I fight Luis, I take the belt. I defend the belt. I want to retire. That's what I want to do. I'd rather ride off into the sunset and then pave the way for the younger fighters coming in.
With the with the Loco Soto gym, right?
That's it. You got a lot of these young cats coming up right now, and you know what? So a lot of them need guidance. Bareknuckle is a brand new sport, and I think with all these young cats coming into it, I think there's a lot of leg room for these guys. A lot of guys like me. I don't consider myself old. I consider myself very seasoned. I've had between amateur and professional. I'm 7-0 professional. I've all my amateur fights. I actually believe we were trying to count the other day. I was looking at all my medals and shit. I think that was my 30th fight, and that's including like amateur. Like I had a shitload of amateur fights. Okay. I've got like knock on wood, I've never been like ever in my life been finished. Got caught in fucking arm bars, like
right.
But I got a hard head, if you watch one of my skating videos, I fucking what's gonna hit you harder than concrete? It's undefeated. You know what I mean? But
right, there are gyms that are starting to focus more on bare knuckle, but I don't know if there's any like exclusive to bare knuckle right now.
No, I want the ring. I want the ring in my gym. That ring will be in my gym.
I love that. I know like Shift MMA is Shift MMA, and they train a lot. They train MMA, they train jiu-jitsu, they do everything. But they do have, 6, 7, 8 freaking bare knuckle fighters coming out of Shift MMA now. Like they're really stacking up a roster over there. But they are not exclusive to bare knuckle like you're suggesting. I don't know if there's many gyms like that out there. And with the sport growing as fast as it is, it would be amazing for gyms like you're talking to pop up in the Carolinas and
a lot of these guys have the misconception of, I gotta condition my knuckles, I gotta hit this, and I started doing it. It did nothing. You need to fight. You need to learn your body. You need to learn how much you can endure. That's what it comes down to. You need to learn how much you can take. How tough are you really? That's what the fuck this is about. That's what bare knuckle is. How tough are you? A lot of these guys are, I'm not going to run. I'm not going to give you a boring fight. I haven't yet. If I'm the champ, I'm not going in here like Luis did his last fight and playing safe. Nah, if I'm in there with Lily, we're fucking banging. Let's go. Win, lose, or draw, I go down on my shield, or I route off with it. Like, nah, man, this ain't that kind of sport. I'm trying to have fights that when I'm looking back and I'm watching with my grandchildren, I'm like, look at Grandpa over there beating up that British guy,
Dude, I'll be honest with you. After Palomino defended his title against Shoaf back in December, I thought his next fight would be at 165, or he was going to have to vacate that title. So I was assuming that the 155 division was kind of open. And I really thought that after your last fight that you would be fighting James Lilly for either a title eliminator or interim type title because Palomino would be busy at 165. But then they go ahead and they announced that 155 fight with Lilly.
Yep.
And that went right out the window. So, I mean, and I got to be honest, it was kind of a disappointing title fight. If you want to.
Yeah, it was boring. Actually, I kind of started snoozing off, man. And really, I'm not even joking. But then I was like, well, this is fucking boring. I was like, man, I got work tomorrow. I can't deal with this shit. But, James Lilly's a hell of a tactician. I fucking love his style. I watched his fight in Good John and I knew what I needed to do. I took some of his some of his game plan to stick and move and fight off the back foot, because I'm a forward guy. I walk forward, that's what I do. But I would love to fight him. Wow, that would be a great fight too. Like that's something that I'm not looking away from as well. I think that'd be exciting, and I'll definitely push the pace to make that exciting, because I'm not gonna I don't care to get hit. I don't care. I really don't. Like me and my wife, like my wife told me the other day, is like, enjoy your looks now, because you're gonna get old and you're gonna get wrinkly. So I'm like, yeah, well, what the fuck? Why do I gotta keep looking handsome for? I don't give a fuck. Like, if I get a fucking scar here, what? I'm with you for the rest of my life. You gotta deal with it. I'm not trying to go out and fucking party. You're the one that's stuck with me, So
damn. Put it to you like that, huh? Just get ready. She's just letting you know. Listen, hey, you're gonna go from a hard 6 to a 5.
Bro, listen. I don't even know if she rates me that high,
A hard 6.
But she fucking, bro, that woman. I'm gonna tell you right now. God forbid I tell her we gotta fight or we got a contract. This woman starts whooping on me, bro. Like, I'll be laying in beds. How sometimes you lay like this, she'll start fucking hitting me in the ribs.
Oh.
She's like, you gotta get ready. You gotta get ready. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? I can't get ready right now. I'm trying to go to bed. You're bare knuckle fighter, right? Yeah, bare knuckle fighter, right? Like, that's how she is. But yeah, man, like,
awesome, man.
But check it out, gentlemen. I'm doing my best to actually make it to this Albuquerque card. I have a very good friend, a long time training partner since I moved here to North Carolina. My buddy Jeremy Holloway.
Yep.
He's actually going to be fighting against Santiago, Will Santiago. Yep, that's man right there. Jeremy Holloway. That dude is an animal. He signed with Bareknuckle, I believe, about 5 years ago almost. But I guess due to circumstances, he hasn't had the chance to prove or show the world what he's capable of. But, I mean, that's it. This has been a long time coming. And he's definitely going to gain a handful of fans. I mean, this man can fight from 165 all the way to 185. This guy doesn't give a fuck. He'll go out there and he guaranteed to put on a show, man. I'm really excited for this one.
Dude, so he's fighting the Brown Bomber, Will Santiago, and Will's look good in the BKFC, but your boy is 6'2". I mean, 6 foot tall with an 80. The BKFC has him listed as like a 71.5-inch reach, but I'm looking at other websites, and I think SureDog has him with, almost like an 80-inch reach. So I know that Will Santiago is a 5'7", stocky little, powerful little guy, matching up against your boy. That's pretty exciting, dude. Your guy's got a lot of MMA experience. I'm looking at his resume right now. So that's awesome, man.
That's the co-main too, right?
And
now.
he's one of your main training partners right now, you said?
Well, right now, yeah. He's gonna be definitely part of my my camp. We sparred today. Today's my first day moving around as far as like, striking wise, and he looked great. I felt good. I mean, you're talking about North Carolina bare knuckle fucking savages right here. This is it, man. I got, you got me trucking, you got, we got Jeremy here, you got Keith Richardson, you got, Taylor. Like, I mean, we're coming up, man. Keith Richardson, like the footwork, the heart, the hand speed, the angles. I mean, Perez is nobody to fucking, to joke around with, but I'm gonna tell you right now, he has a fight on his hands. Richardson is just one of the most exciting fighters on this fucking card, to be honest, too. So I think that's gonna be a phenomenal fight. Man, this card looks stacked, man. It's gonna be crazy, bro. It's gonna be ridiculous.
When we were in South Carolina, Myrtle Beach, and he had that fight against Scoggins, that was insane. That fight was fight of the year contender right off the rip. Right off the rip, we had a fight of the year contender. Yep.
I felt like everybody who was
a week after his dad passed away too.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
Hey, your boy fought two very famous Mikes. Your boy Holloway, he fought Michael Venom Page, which is no easy task, and we'll go back to that in a second. But he also beat Mike Jackson. Do you know that? Did you know
I
that?
know that.
Beat him to death.
Mike Jackson, the guy who fought fucking didn't he beat up CM Punk or didn't he fight CM Punk?
Yes.
I feel like he
I'm
did,
pretty sure
right?
he did.
He beat up CM Punk
The
in
thing,
the UFC.
the thing about
That's-
MMA with Jeremy, a lot of people want to fucking take him down. Nobody wants to stand and bang with him, and that's what we were talking about today. I'm like, bro, they can't take you down. They're gonna have to stand up with you, bro. Michael Venom Page did not want to stand up with him. He fucking, that's like one of the only submissions on Michael Venom Page's fucking whole career, I believe. You know, he was ready to
toehold.
a toehold, yeah. Fuck is a
This is
toehold?
crazy.
You
Hey.
fucking.
So that guy, Mike Jackson, he did beat CM Punk. However, it was overturned to a no contest because he failed for weed.
Doing no contest.
He did weed.
He did weed?
What?
Who
He did
does
weed.
the weed? Oh my God.
Did weed?
The devil
Did the weed? Oh wow!
You guys,
he
the
did
devil's
weed, man.
lettuce.
He
That
did
shit
weed.
is hilarious,
funny-
man. He
it's
got his
funny when
fight.
when Mike says it, it sounds genuine though. Like he actually did weed. It's like
He
hey,
did weed, guys.
Do you do UFC? Like
Yeah, don't you love when people tell you that? They
Oh my
fucking do UFC.
no,
I
when
fucking-
shit's
people ask
hilarious.
me, oh, you
You
box?
guys
I'm
want to
like,
smoke some drugs?
oh my God. Do I? I have this oregano from my mom's kitchen. But yeah, people like, what do you do?
Oh,
I said, I
man.
box. I bare knuckle fight. They're like, what's bare knuckle? I'm like, bare knuckle, like just, no gloves. So you guys hit each other with the knuckles? Yeah, like on the face. Yeah, that's what happens. Fucking cocksuckers.
Hey, dude, man, if people are crazy. When you talk to people about just this sport in general, it like completely blows their mind. It's almost like they don't know what the hell you're talking about after you tell them. It's like the name of what they do is in the title of the company, right? It's bare knuckle fighting. So you say that bare knuckle fighting, boxing with no gloves. That's the easiest way I can put it to somebody, right? And
Yeah.
then you talk to them and you're like, oh yeah, it's crazy, this and that. And then they go, oh man, when they get down, the elbows must be crazy, right? And I'm like, no, that's MMA. They don't do that. It's boxing with no gloves, right? They're standing up, right? Oh my God. So you're saying without gloves. And I'm like, yeah, it's fucking no gloves. What I just said, bare knuckle fighting. What the hell is this?
Fucking
No, they put gloves on and they just cut the knuckle portion out. So it's like buried inside a 4-ounce glove. You could see just their knuckles exposed. What the
Oh,
fuck are you talking
yeah.
about?
So check this shit out. If you guys haven't,
It's grown men fisting each other in a ring,
oh
That's
my
what it is.
God.
right?
That is what it is.
Why did he even
That's what
say
it
that?
is.
Now I feel disgusting. Oh yeah, babe, I got a fight coming up. I'm gonna go fist this guy. Like
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. You got to fist
my
him.
Bare fist him.
So I'm not gonna
Yep.
say I'm gonna put knuckles on. I'm gonna say I'm gonna give you a good fisting.
You should say that from now on. Should be your slogan.
Tony Loco the Fister.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God. Watch your sisters.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
check this out
shit.
real quick. If you guys haven't already, there's this show on HBO Max. It's called Warrior, and it has a lot of martial arts in it, and also has bare knuckle fighting in it. So if you have not seen it, it's phenomenal. There's 3 seasons. It's called Warrior. Off the hook. Gotta check it out. Fucking really good.
Warrior?
You know that, yeah. You know that's it's based off of something that Bruce Lee wrote, right? Like back in the day, Bruce Lee wrote this series, and they
Yeah.
took what he had written and they turned it into Warrior. So
It's a phenomenal show. I mean, me and my wife are stuck on this shit. It's so good, man. It's so good. And you got the Irish guys and the bare knuckle and the way that their style, they fight against some of the martial art, like the other, karate guys and shit. It just, the way the styles go against each other, it's pretty entertaining. You would like it. It's really good.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to look into that because I've been watching Ted Lasso, and I am on the very last episode. Have you seen that yet, Ted Lasso?
No, what's that about?
It's about a coach, it's a American football coach that they bring over to the UK to coach a soccer team, football, right? They have him coach a soccer team, but he's never coached soccer. He doesn't even know anything about soccer. So it's crazy why it happens. There's a woman who owns this is all in like the first episode. There's a woman who owns a soccer club because she got a divorce her husband used to own it, and she ended up with the soccer team, and he left or whatever. So now she's like trying to get back at him and everything. And there's all sorts of crazy shit that happens. It's like a comedy series, but it's very like, it's a really good series. It has, I think you could probably watch it with your kids. That's it's not like a bad show. You know what I mean? Like, it's a good show.
I'm always trying to, look for new shows to watch, because after work, I get home from work, sometimes I work 12 and a half to 18 hours at work. And then, I just want to get home and just put something on and relax. And, that's what it's good to do. Hang out with the wife and the kids, just relax, man. But
I think
it teeters.
It teeters on the edge of
Ted Lasso. You'll love Ted Lasso.
PG-13 to rated R. Like, it's right on the edge. It could get to rated R. There is a couple of words they throw out there. Whatever. But there's nothing crazy.
Shit. My 10-year-old, we took her to see the new Insidious, man. She loves like shit like that. I mean,
then there you go. You're good.
Yeah. Besides the popcorn going flying everywhere, it was good. I mean, thank God there was nobody in front of us, because there was one scene, and I called it. I said, Lorraine, she's gonna spill her popcorn again. Not even 2 minutes into the fucking movie, one of the first scenes that jumps out, she goes, "Wah!" And it just goes there. She goes, "I'm so sorry." I'm like, it's okay. It's okay.
Go get a refill.
Yeah, exactly. I just put my hand on my big bucket. I'm like, let me enjoy some popcorn this week. But yeah, I want to talk about this week's card, man.
Let's do it. I actually have it here. Let me pull this thing up. Shablam. Can you see this, Tony?
Yes, I can.
Or do you want me to scroll through the website? It might be a little bit bigger.
No, I can see everything. I got the eye of the tiger. So let's see. You got Daniel Gray fighting. I don't know that dude's last name. Daniel Gray, he's a nice guy. I met him a couple times.
Gary versus Larimore.
Yeah. That fight. I've seen Gary get a couple L's recently. Hopefully he can get a dub on this one. I don't know much about him. I know Tim Hester is he's signed to GOAT. He's definitely a force to be reckoned with. I've seen a lot of clips of him. I follow him. He's definitely a force to be reckoned with. Very strong. He hits pretty hard. He's traditionally a wrestler, but the way he hits you would never know that. So who else is on that? Pull it up again. Let me see.
So the next fight we have Jafar Fort Knox versus Tim Hester.
Yeah.
So there's your label mate, so to say, right?
Yeah, I just said it. I don't know nothing about that other guy. I'm gonna have to roll with Mr. Hester, and then you have
tough.
Crystal. You have Crystal Pittman versus Tallman. Do you know anything about Tallman?
I know a lot of tall men, but I don't know who she is.
I don't know who she is. I think she fought MMA a couple of times, but I have no idea. I looked through her page. There's really not a lot there. So Crystal definitely has the edge in this fight, because obviously we know she's fought a few times, and she does have heart. And she's been training with Shift now for a long time. So her last fight, she had just started training at Shift. And I don't think she had nearly enough time to kind of like mold the way she fought and change some things that she had learned. So at this point, I expect to see a fully, let's say, remolded Crystal Pittman. So I'm excited to see.
She even dyed her hair.
And she even dyed her hair, right? She's got a whole new life. She's got a new gym, new man, and a new hair.
Well,
hairstyle.
I think she needs this win. I think she's coming off 2 losses. I believe this right here will her getting this victory right here, put her back in the winning circle, and I think it'll boost her confidence again. I think she has great heart. I think she has a mean overhand. She's definitely one to be reckoned with in the women's division, but time will tell. Let's see if the new camp, the new everything, the new her, let's see if it pays off. Let's see who we got next.
Next is Tony Murphy, and Jones. So
2 debuts. They're definitely 2 debuts. I've never seen these guys.
Well, Tony Murphy fought in Orlando back when Shady Grady headbutted Ryan Reber. That fight card. He fought like maybe second fight of the night, I think.
Jesus.
He won in like maybe 10, 15 seconds, I feel like.
Oh, wow.
It was a short fight, if I remember correctly.
I know nothing about him, but hey, off to him. If that's the case, then I guess he probably has the edge on this fight. But yeah, I have really nothing to say memorable that I remember or know of him. But you got Martina Kroll and Gabriella Roman.
Yes.
That's gonna be a fucking exciting fight. I feel like Gabriella, she fought a heavier opponent because she took the fight on a very, very short notice.
Yeah.
She went out, she
I think it was
proved
like 5
that,
days.
yeah, she proved that she belongs. She has the cardio, she has the heart, she has the technique, she has that it factor. And then you got Martina Kroll. She is just a savage. She's very sharp. She's fast. She's hungry. She's very good. She's a phenomenal fighter. I mean, I think her last fight, she won by doctor stoppage, if I'm correct. And who would have known if it would have kept going? Maybe she would have knocked him out. Maybe she would have, who nobody knows. But she has a really good jab. I haven't really seen many combinations from her. I know she has a swift jab. She throws, she pops, she peppers it a lot. I do think she is somewhat predictable as far as with the jab. I think Gabrielle Roman might, just because she proved to me that she has that dog in her, I think she might edge it off, but I think this is going to be a war. This is probably going to be one of the best women's fights of this year so far, I think. I think this is going to be one of the fights for the best women fight of the year right here. I think it's definitely going to be a candidate. You can mark me my words, and you can rewind this later on and be like, damn, you were right.
The Extreme Bare Knuckle fans page, fellas, Russ and Country are probably there right now because they're in the comment section saying that Roman looks ready. And that girl, we saw her out in Denver. She's game as fuck, like you just said. Now, man, can you imagine what that would do for that girl who was supposed to make her debut 27 fucking events ago?
Yep.
At BKFC 20, she was supposed to make her debut. It didn't happen until BKFC 41, and now here she is at 47, taking on the girl that everybody was like so high on after her fight against Liebarger. Like, she gets in there and fucking pulls this off. This is huge for that girl, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. But like I said, this fight can go either way. But I think I'm a very true believer of, good things take time, bad things happen quick. And I think maybe it wasn't her time and things happen for a reason. And now it's her time to probably prove that she's probably one of the most, talented women in the division. But Martina Kroll's in her way. Let's see if that can happen. Who we got next?
So here we go. Going up to the top rope.
Fight. This fucking fight right here is going to be somebody's getting knocked out early. Josh Wright is a fucking savage. Gabriel Fry is a savage as well. He's fighting at a different weight. He fought Bobby Taylor coming in from BYB. He was undefeated over there, I believe. And I think naturally he's always been a smaller fighter, but he fought at a heavier weight class. Josh Wright has fought some of the best in the division, actually. He's fought at 155. Dude. Yeah, he fought Tom Schoaf. I mean, he dropped Tom, to be honest. He wound up, losing that fight, but he showed that he is very, very talented, very technical, got a lot of power in his hands. I believe he also fought HD. Yeah, he was doing well. HD is just a different type of fighter, man. He's long. He's very awkward with his style. I mean, he's definitely one of the best, I believe, 145ers out there, man. That guy's talented. But back to that fight. Josh Wright, Gabriel Fry, one of them's going to bed. Stylistically, Josh Wright, I think he's just more, technical. But I think Gabriel Fry has a lot to prove in this one. I think he wants to get back in the winning circle. And I think this would be his opportunity to show that he belongs in BKFC.
Yeah, they haven't given that guy a friggin' easy fight at all, right?
Yeah.
He has not gotten an easy fight.
No, not at all.
And this is another tough fight for Wright, because Gabriel Fryer is he like you said, he came out of BYB as a champion, and his first fight in the BKFC was against Bobby Taylor. That's not a fucking easy task either.
No, not at all.
So he got in there. It was his first time in a circle ring because he was coming out of the fucking triangle.
Bobby walks around with dynamite in one hand and a fucking landmine in the other one,
Yeah, you get to fight a guy called Old Dirty Bastard when you get in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You hear old, you're like, okay. You hear dirty, like, whoa. You hear bastard, like, whoa.
Oh, shit. Oh, boy. Yeah,
So
he'll beat you like a redheaded stepchild.
Yeah, speaking of Old Dirty Bastards, he's asking who the next fight is. We got an Old Dirty Bastard in that fight, too.
Right? Yes, we do. We got
Travis the Animal Thompson in there.
All right. So with this fight right here, I believe Thompson, he doesn't know how to go back. Reber is going to have to use a lot of angles. I know Reber's very technical. He's a good boxer. He knows how to use his distance. I just don't think he uses the best head movement, if you ask me. I think Thompson's going to try to cut him off, get on the inside, and definitely work the body and come up to the top. I think Reber needs to stay long. If I had to pick, I'd hate to go against Reber. I like Reber. The guy is just, he's a superstar in the making. I like the dude. I feel like Travis Thompson, if he loses, I think the animal might have to, he might have to, take a walk in the park. But stylistically, I just got to say, I think Travis Thompson, I just think he's got that kind of style that it'll force you to get tired. It'll drain you. I think, this is a hard one for me. I don't want to pick.
Well,
that was tough.
Interesting storyline going into this. We talked to both of these guys in the last couple of weeks, and when we talked to Ryan Reber, he said that him and Thompson had spent some time training together, and Thompson actually stayed at Reber's house for a short time, like a week, I think, or 2 weeks, and they trained together and lived together and everything, and they were cool. And then Travis went home, and then Reber was like, he said, we were boys. And he's like, we'll probably never fight. And then all of a sudden, now the next fight we're fighting, I think he was spying on me. So I think they're really actually friendly, but now that they have to fight each other, it's become like I think you were spying on me. Like, what the fuck's going on here? You know what I mean?
Well, at the end of the day, you can't catch feelings like that. It's a sport, Go out there and fight. We can be friends after. But, at the end of the day, they probably know a little bit about it. They know a little bit about each other, but that has nothing to do when it comes in there, because you could have a game plan. Everybody's got a game plan until they get hit.
Yeah.
So honestly, like I said, I can't pick on this one. I wish both guys great health and a great fight. I just want to see a good fight out of these guys, man. I want to see Reber. I want to see Reber be the best Reber, and I want to see the animal do what he does best and become that fucking animal. All right, who we got next?
All right, this is what we got next.
All right, so we got Seth Schaefer versus Superman himself.
Yeah.
We got Brandon Allen. All right, so you got the guy coming from, he was a champion actually, and BYB, and he's, he was a force to be reckoned with in that other organization. And I think coming to BKFC, it's a little bit of, I honestly have to say, and this is not me talking shit about the organization, it's definitely, when you come to BKFC, it's definitely a step up, and he's got a big challenge in front of him. Brendan Allen is on a crazy winning streak with some highlight reels. The guy is very technical. He's not scared to stay in the pocket. He's hard to hit. I mean, stylistically, Seth Schaefer, great guy, nice dude. But I got to go with Brandon Allen, man. That fucking guy, he's got that fire lit under him ever since he lost that first fight to, it was
Jordan Nash,
which was a very close fight. Could have went either way.
He's been on a tear ever since.
He's been on a tear, but that fight was a heavier fight. He took it at 155. He's been fighting at 145. He's been fighting it at a division that's his weight class. So
and didn't he tell us, Mike, or somebody told us that maybe it was Jihad, that Jordan Nash was really, he like weighed in at like 162 or 163. He didn't even make 155. He came in heavy, and Brandon Allen still fought him.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, and almost beat him. Now, hey, I want to go back and fix myself here. Seth Schaefer is a champion coming over from BYB.
Yeah.
Gabriel Fryer was never a champion. And according, to shout out to one of our comments, I don't remember who said it. He lost to the bathroom. He lost to the toilet.
Fell.
Remember, he slipped and fell in the bathroom.
He's supposed to fight Green, right?
It wasn't a sign up. They didn't put a sign up. Leave the guy alone.
I'd sue.
Slippery when wet.
Yep.
Yeah.
What is it? Is it piso mojado? What do you say? Piso mojado? Huh?
I don't fucking speak Spanish, bro.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. Hey, listen, I'm just saying. Haven't we all
blush.
seen the signs that say wet Florida that says piso mojado?
Yeah.
Is that how you
it's
say
all
it?
over the facility for sure.
Yeah, everywhere. I always see it. I see it every day.
I'm gonna take Brendan Allen, and I'm gonna have to say first round knockout by Brendan Allen. I think he's gonna go in there. He's gonna make a statement, and he's gonna put himself in the
title shot.
The title shot, yeah.
He has to be. The winner of that one has to fight for the title, man. That, especially if it's Brandon Allen. If Brandon Allen, I mean, if Seth Schaefer comes over as a champion coming into the organization and beats a guy like Brandon Allen, he should get the title shot. And Brandon Allen, if he wins this one, I think, is that 5 in a row?
Yeah, but honestly, after this fight, hear me. No, it'd be 4 in a row, I believe.
4 in a row. Yeah, he'll be
4 in a row.
one.
I want to see this. Hear me out. I want to see Brandon Allen versus HD, and that'll be a title eliminator fight. I think that'll be a fucking amazing fight right there.
Oh,
you
man.
heard it from me. You heard it from me.
That division is fucking.
Oh, that's
nuts.
fire. That's a fire division.
It's one of the fastest, most interesting, fastest growing, most interesting divisions
and you got
in all
Jimmy
of sport.
Rivera in that division as well. Jimmy Rivera's in that division. You know, that's the first.
I mean, you got Dat Win in there, dude. You got Dat Win. You got Daniel Strauss. You got fucking all these guys, man. That division's really blowing up.
Really good. Oh yeah, Dat Win. Jesus Christ. How could I forget? Jesus. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That
and
guy
now
it is crazy.
That guy's he's an Asian wizard, bro. That guy is no joke. I mean, wow, the intensity, the just the fucking. What did Kurt Angle say? The staticular fortitude. That guy is fucking ridiculous. I mean, he's top tier. I mean, he's one of my favorite bare knuckle fighters. So, you know, it is what it is. He's one of the best. He's one of the best to ever do it. He beat Palomino. Let's not even talk about that. Okay, let's see who we got next.
This is what we got next.
Holy shit. We got fucking Warren versus Dyer. I'm excited for that fight. I mean, that could easily be a fucking, main event right there. We haven't seen Dyer in a little bit. Warren has been on a warpath. I mean, he had a little bit of a bump in the road fighting. I believe it was the Honey Badger. That fight kind of, it could have went either way. He lost that one. But he's been on a terror. I mean, Warren has some dynamite in that left hand. Dyer doesn't know how to quit. He doesn't know how to stop. We've seen it in the Lorenzo fight. The guy just keeps fucking going.
Yep.
He's like the little engine that could. He's the big engine that could. And he just keeps coming. So I think, honestly, stylistically, if I don't give a fuck who you are, if Warren lands that left hand on you, it's over. It's night. But with the intensity, I don't know how the camp is. I haven't seen Dyer fight in a while. I'm gonna have to give the edge to Warren, the firefighter. He's gonna have to put the fire out in that ring that night. He's gonna extinguish Dyer. Sorry, buddy.
I have a couple of things to add to this. So when he fought Lorenzo, he was having issues with his contact lenses coming out during the fight. Now, he was losing the fight, and he'll admit that anyways. Like, he was still losing the fight, but his contact lenses kept coming out. Since then, he's had surgery, so he does not wear contact lenses anymore. So that's a huge help, right? But he got that before, I think, the last fight. Now, this morning, I woke up to a post by him that he posted at probably about 10 p.m. In Mountain Time or wherever he is. And then and also right after that, he had a post where he was on an airplane. So, and the post that he put out said he was 21 pounds overweight, and he had until tomorrow morning to lose it. And that was at nighttime. Now, he could have worked out then. He could have worked out in the morning, then got on the airplane. But I can't imagine he's doing much working out or losing weight, cutting weight when he's at an airport or when he's on an airplane or in another airport and so on and so forth. So I don't know, but 21 pounds in that short time.
It's not bad. That's not bad. My buddy Joe Elmore, he cuts way more than that. Listen, some people have this shit down to a science. A lot of people water load. If you think about it, a gallon of water is almost 8 pounds. Some people drink 3 gallons of water and they water load.
Yeah.
And then your body expunges the water. The more you drink, your body's actually sweating more. And if you cut your salt out, there's nothing to retain the water. So you pour out. And that's the best way that's basically how you cut weight. So I'm sure he's doing it right. It may seem crazy.
Yeah.
It might have even been like a fathom post, like one of those phantom
like
posts
10 pounds or something.
To make people think. It could have, get in people's heads. But don't
fuck with our. Hey, people are gambling out there, Dyer. What are you doing with their money? You're playing with their money.
Playing with their emotions.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, he's a great guy, great fighter, very intense. He fought, I believe, in Valor back in the day.
He did fight in Valor.
He did. Yeah.
Fought in Valor. Shit, I feel like I know this stuff. I'm pretty good.
You do. You know it.
But
you know that Jared Warren came on our show a week or two ago, and he said that when he fought Josh the first time, he wasn't training at a gym or and he didn't have a team. He was just like training with one of his buddies that was just like a kickboxer that was holding pads for him. And he now he has moved into Shift MMA. He's training around all these guys we've already talked about. He's around Mundell. He's around Brendan Allen and Jihad. And like, he's getting like a real team. Like, they're a fucking real team. They are a strong team, like a family over there. We went to their gym and we saw what they're like there. They take care of each other. Since then, I don't know if he was there for the Zion Tomlinson fight, but he fought 4 times in 2022. Jared Warren did. And like you said, that only loss was to the Honey Badger, and that could have gone either way. But he beat Scott O'Shaughnessy, Jomi. He beat fucking Jay Jackson. Like, he's on a tear too. So it's gonna be an incredible main co-main.
They're both totally different guys than the first time they fought.
Definitely. Absolutely. And that fight can go either way. But like I said, we haven't seen Dyer fight in such a long time. You know, you kind of got to go with somebody who's been in the ring for a while, and that ring rust is definitely a real thing. It's definitely going to be a factor. But it takes nothing away from Dyer. Just the fact that, you just got to go with your gut sometimes. And I do think that Warren will land that left hand, but will Dyer be able to take it? We'll see, this Friday. So.
Hey, ladies, calm yourselves. Dreamboat fight of the night.
Oh, God. Oh, Lord. Let's pull it up. So you got Mundell versus...
And I was talking about Warren Dyer, by the way, not Mundell and Richmond. Good-looking guys, but
Oh.
Come on now.
So you got the redneck versus the Marine, aka one of the most disgusting, one of the most disgusting.
Two guys that like to blow stuff up, I guess.
I do have to say, Mundell, great fighter. Who nobody's seen him knocking Ricci out ever, and it happened. I did not think that was gonna happen. He shocked the world that night. It was a phenomenal knockout. You got Richmond coming off his loss from Lorenzo Hunt, which arguably was the most craziest thing I've fucking seen. He did something that everybody didn't think he could do, and he fucking put Lorenzo on his ass, but Lorenzo got up. I think Richmond got a little bit too cocky, and then fucking Lorenzo does what he does best, and he put him out. But
it was wild, dude. That was fucking...
I think this fight right here, Richmond has that fire lit under him. I think he wants to go out there and make a statement, and I think the Marine's gonna go out there and take Mundell out. I think he's too technical, too fast. I mean, he's a body tactician. I think he's one of the most accurate body punchers besides Dat Nguyen inside the whole entire organization. He works the body, combinations, angles. He picks his shots very well. Mundell is more of a powerhouse. I think he's got one-hitter quitter power. I think he will look for that one-hitter quitter. Will it be there? Do we know? We got to see Friday. But I'm going to have to give the Marine the edge on this one due to the fact that he's faster. He's definitely more combination. He's more of a combination fighter. He's definitely got great movement. Mundell, I just don't see him getting the decision if it goes all 5. If it does, Richmond's going to definitely come on top unanimous. But I don't see this fight making it to the 5th round. I think Richmond's going to work the body. I think the body shot's going to drop him in the 3rd round. And, I'm calling it 3rd round TKO via body shot, Richmond.
Woo, wow. Dude, do you think about how good these two guys are? These two guys, 6-1 and 5-1. The only loss that Mundell has on his record, and Mike and I were talking about this last week, we dare everybody in the comment section, anybody listening or watching this, go back and watch Mundell versus Hector Lombard and tell me how he lost that fucking fight. The judges gifted that to...
Was it in Miami?
It was.
There you go. Does Luis Palomino fight out of Miami? No. These motherfuckers know these guys. They know the judges.
But think about this, dude. His only loss was to Hector Lombard, right? In a controversial decision that he could very well be 7-0 right now, right? And that was at 205. And Mundell is the 185-pound champion right now. Mike Richmond, his only loss is to maybe the pound-for-pound best bare-knuckle fighter in the world right now, Lorenzo Hunt. And Mike owned 90% of the fucking round up until he lost. And, 99% of the round, until Lorenzo landed that punch. So it was like unbelievable. This is the top of the echelon. This is top tier, as good as it gets in the sport of bare knuckle fighting each other for a title on Friday night. This fight's amazing.
Like you said, this is as seasoned as you want bare knuckle fighters to be. There's no excuse as far as, these guys didn't have a camp, they didn't have a chance to prepare, they didn't have any footage. This right here is pretty much A side versus A side. You have a dog versus a dog, and only one winner can literally be victorious this night. I think this is a fight for the ages. This is definitely going to be one to remember. But like I said, the redneck, if you watch all his fights, he's a pot shot guy. He looks for big shots. He's not really more of a combination guy. I was actually watching some of their fights earlier today. Richmond, just such a tactician. I think the only time we've seen Richmond really gas really bad is when he fought the Honey Badger. I just think he underestimated him possibly. And the Honey Badger is just that guy. I don't know how to figure him out. He's so awkward, So it was definitely one of those kind of fights. But yeah, I think the Marines got this one. Like I said, 3rd round, body shot, TKO.
Dude, look at this comment. I couldn't agree more. I could not agree. Yeah. That comment should be, the rules should change in the BKFC, and title fight should be 7 rounds. Absolutely. Michael Quigg, comment of the night for sure.
Absolutely. Michael Quigg. I think that's definitely, I talked about that too not too long ago. I said at least a 6th round, something, but I think 7 rounds should be good. You got to think about it. It's 2 minutes. It's definitely a different pace for a championship fight. They're probably not going to come in that hot if there's 7 rounds, but it'd probably be really exciting. You don't know. We don't know. But I definitely think there's a lot of room for growth with that. So, I think the future definitely, is bright with that. So we'll see.
They might not implement it quite yet, but I think it's inevitable to happen because it just, the skills of the fighters are getting so much better. The upper echelon fighters, they're way better at defense and offense. The way that they control the fight, the way that they punch, where they place their punches. Like, people are getting so much better at that and understanding that this is, like, I know I said it earlier when I'm trying to explain to somebody when they don't know what they're watching. Well, that bare knuckles a thing. It's boxing without gloves, but it isn't quite boxing without gloves when it comes down to the technicalities, because you can't just punch somebody anywhere in the face and just get away with it in this sport. So people are getting better at doing that. And I think as the roster gets bigger and they have a top 10 in each division and stuff, then they might start implementing that, because they're going to say, listen, all 10 of these fighters can go 7 rounds, no problem, with just about everybody if they don't get knocked out. So it's going to become like hey, everything's going 5 rounds. Every fight's going 5 rounds. So you're going to have to add a couple of rounds in there for the champs, for the main events and stuff,
Why not? I'm down. Shit, that just gives me more of a reason to train harder,
Yeah.
And if that was definitely like they put it into the hey, let's have a vote with all the fighters, you got my vote, man. Let's go.
So Tony,
talk to me.
We have a signed poster courtesy of our boys over at the Extreme Bare Knuckle fans page. So get on over there. If you guys don't follow them yet, get over to their page on Facebook and follow them, SOBs, because they love to get some nice presents, gifts for the fans, and give it to us so we can give it to you guys on this show every week. And we have a signed, and yes, it's not signed in the picture here, but it's signed in real life by all the people on this card. And it's Soto versus Good John from May 12th at BKFC 42.
Fight of the year candidate.
Yep. And we are going to give this away to somebody who's watching the show right now. And what we've been doing lately, and maybe you've been a part of this, I think, on an episode, but what we've been doing is saying, hey, why don't you put out a question? Think of a quick question. Doesn't have to be something crazy. It could be favorite color. It could be favorite food. It could be favorite movie, whatever. Something that has like 10 answers or more, it could be. So we don't get somebody, knows it right off the jump. But what do you got? You got anything?
Oh, yeah, for sure. That's, I got something I don't post to put out there. So if I wasn't a bare knuckle fighter, and I wasn't a correction officer or a professional skateboarder, what would I do?
There we go. In the comments, write what you think that Tony Soto's job would be if he didn't fight bare knuckle, and it's not being a corrections officer. And Scott Farley's answering. Does he count, Scott Farley? I don't know that guy.
I don't even know who that guy is.
I know. We've got chef, we've got motocross, we've got another chef. We got 3 chefs so far. We got plumber, CIA.
Because I laid a pipe down.
A dance choreographer. Bye, bye, bye. That's gonna be you. Firefighter. Let's see. Come on. Let's go.
None of those are correct.
Chef. We got a laughing emoji face. Would you be one of those? Welder. Welder.
The laughing emoji face could be something.
Yeah. A comedian.
How long are we doing this for?
A comedian.
I want to tell me when I can give the answer. When somebody got it.
When somebody gets it. Yeah, because whoever gets it wins.
Who's the first person?
A clown.
A clown. I got a clown if you right in my fucking pants.
A male dancer.
And it's got a red nose on it too. Come here.
A fisherman.
So
somebody got it already?
Yeah. So I'm gonna explain. So basically, when I was in high school, I was graduating, and I wanted to go to culinary school. I was gonna go to culinary school on a yacht, and skateboarding was kind of right there, and I was too busy wanting to travel the country and follow my dreams with that. So yeah, whoever said chef first, you got it correct.
We're not giving it to Scott Farley. So
all right, I got another one.
Somebody got it though. Somebody
we'll give it to the next guy.
Who is it?
Bowls,
I think
beers,
Scott.
and brawls.
I hope Scott would agree with us here that Scott might know you a little bit better than every other person here.
That is true, but that damn Scott, stay out of this. Yeah, chef. A chef is right.
So the first person to say it was bowls, beers, and brawls.
Who's that?
I don't know.
I don't know, but we'll find out.
Bowls, beers, and brawls. Get on our Instagram. DM me your name and address, and I'll mail it to you tomorrow.
Yes, and by the way, Corey Rivera, you did say cook second on Facebook. However, this is on Facebook and YouTube, and the comments are together, so he actually said it before.
Who got it second?
Sorry about that, bub.
Who said it on Facebook?
Who said it on Facebook?
Monica.
Who's the first person on Facebook? Pull them up. Let me see who they look. Who is it?
It was
Britton Hart's mother.
Yeah,
is that who it was?
It went Scott Farley first, and then Monica.
Okay.
Yeah.
So all right, inbox me the address. I'll send you an autographed picture of me. I got it at home since you got it on Facebook.
Oh,
boom,
man.
There it is. Oh man, that's why everyone loves Tony. So hey, Tony, before we let you go, you mentioned somebody earlier tonight. So hey, whoever won those things, make sure you hit us up with your address, and we'll get you those. You mentioned somebody who cuts a lot of weight. What do you think about this right here? Joe Elmore announced that he has a fight lined up, and he's going to be fighting soon. What do you think about the return of the fucking wild one himself, Joe Elmore? Well, and who do you I know you can't tell any inside info if you know it or not, but like who do you think that they're going to pit him against in his return?
I don't know, but there's definitely a handful of people I would like to see him fight. Like I would like to see him fight, like, I don't know, like Jeremiah, what's his name? Jeremiah, the dude who rides the horses, the bulls, what's his name? Jeremiah
Riggs.
I would like to see him fight him. I would like to see him fight Brad Kelly. I would like to see him fight Caleb Harris. Well, he just fought though. There's a handful of these guys I would love to see him fight. Elvin Burrito, that
would be a good one.
That'd be a great one. But
fellow dope man,
I think he really needs to come into this fight more technical than his last fight when he fought Turney over there in London. He was throwing too many bombs and it didn't look too technical. It looked like he was just going for the knockout against one of the most technical fucking bare knuckle boxers in the organization. I think he's gonna definitely come in his fight with a sense of urgency, try to get this win. I'm very excited to see him get back in there. I love Elmore. I love his energy. I love his tenacity. He's definitely one of the most craziest motherfuckers you will ever meet. I remember when I first met him, I was like, I love this guy. I was like, I need to hang out with this guy. I drank at the time. This motherfucker had a book bag full of Trulies. I said, this dude is everything I'm looking for. Can you just be my best friend? Just be my best friend. We're at fucking Alabama watching Bobo fight, what's his name? The two
Zach.
Zach. And we're fucking drinking Trulies. I'm like, yeah, it's a good fight. That was... So I'm excited to see him fight. I just want to see him come more technical. I want him to be the best Joe Elmore he's ever been. I would love to see him fight against some of the top tier guys in the 165 division. I personally want to see him fight Elvin Burrito. I think Elvin and him would be a fucking crazy fight because their styles are just so much different, and it's just so exciting, and they're definitely two fan favorites. I think that's the one to make, but what can you do?
And the comment here says Elmo has to be on the Georgia card. I believe that is what he's going to be. I think it's going to be towards the end of September.
Man.
I think it's going to be towards the end of September in Atlanta, and that's going to be phenomenal. Yeah, that same weekend that you were just talking about meeting Joe Elmore with a backpack of Trulies was the same weekend that you were headbutting my jab in the bar down the street from the hotel.
Yeah, that's also where I slammed one of the fighters for fucking. Can you hear me?
Scott Farley saying Georgia's in January.
Oh,
I thought I heard September, but I guess I was.
Can you guys hear me still?
yes, we can. It's a little different, but yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, I had to plug my phone into my car because my battery's dying. You fucking mooks.
Oh, damn, we killed your battery.
Yeah,
So
you over here jibber jabbering with your jabber jaw.
that's what we do. You know what I'm saying? That's what we do. That's what we do. We had a couple things to talk to you about, and we talked about them. We gave away a poster,
an autographed picture of yours truly over here.
Yeah, that's what's better than that. What's better than that?
Yeah.
And unless you were signing my chest, I mean, I can't get any better than that.
But then you got to get it tattooed instantaneously.
Yeah, that'll be the only one I have. It's just you. It's just a signature on my chest from another man. I love it.
I'm gonna draw a stick figure with a big dick, and then you got to get it tattooed right there.
And that's Tony Loco Soto's signature. Then I'll be able to forge checks in your name. It's Dick Man with a dick. Oh my God! Imagine if you could do that, right? Would that be legit? Because I mean, a signature can be whatever you want it to be, right?
It's my autograph. It's on my checks. You got to see my checks. They got the stick signature, and they're just like, "What's that thing on the bottom?" I said, "Think about it."
That's how I sign my checks, like my father did before me, and his father did before him.
Yeah, that's how Grandpa did it, but he actually used his. That's why I was so small. All right.
All right, buddy. We killed your phone.
Listen, it's all good. Listen, it's always a pleasure being out here with you guys. Thank you guys for being part of the journey, man. You guys definitely, I met you guys in the beginning, and this shit's still going. We're all growing together, and Bareknuckle is paving the way for all of us, and it's great. We're all here. Just can't wait for being a video game. If the video game happens, when it happens, you guys got to be the guys doing the interviews, man. It'd be fucking awesome.
Oh, that would be sick.
That would be pretty damn cool.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
There should be like a unlock a code where Tony Soto can like skate down to the squared circle and like launch into the ring and land,
And his fucking clothesline, a motherfucker.
Yo, you remember the WWF game that was like an arcade style fighting game rather than like a wrestling game? And you had like Doink the Clown and you pull out like a big hammer and smash somebody in the dome.
That shit. Yeah,
It'd be like that. And you pull out a skateboard, bam, right out of your shorts.
So you know what I think would be cool? I think it would be cool as fuck if we had like a Royal Rumble Bareknuckle fight, like the whole 155 division in the fucking ring, the whole 165 in the ring.
Yeah.
Every state that was thinking about sanctioning you guys would fucking tear up whatever they were writing down. They're like, "Yep, man,
3-on-3s."
You got Chevy Bridges is in.
Chevy Bridges.
He's in.
Where's
He's in
he
for
at?
the Royal Rumble, he said.
He's down. He's down for the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, he says, I'm down.
Hell
Royal
yeah.
Rumble. Let's get
Royal
it done.
Rumble. Fuck yeah, that'd be fun. Do 3-on-3s, 2-on-2s. Tag team. Like, I'm getting fucked up. Tag a motherfucker in. He pops in. That'd be fun as fuck. I'll be down for that. I'll be down for that. But gentlemen, it's been a pleasure. I'm gonna go get some water. Go home and play some. It's game night with the girls, so I'm gonna go play some games.
What game you guys playing? Like board games?
No, I downloaded a brand new game for the Switch. I got my girls a Nintendo Switch because they both pretty much were on honor rolls for this year.
Oh,
so,
nice! Congratulations to them.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
Cassidy and Charlotte, two phenomenal little girls. I mean, I couldn't ask for anything any better, man. I'm a blessed man. Got a beautiful wife, great
That's
kids.
awesome, dude.
I love it, man. It's great. But I'm gonna go home, play some games with the girls, and just get ready for tomorrow. Got training tomorrow. Then I got work the next day. But this is gonna be a really good camp. I'm really excited. This 3-fight contract, I've been saying since the beginning I was never gonna sign one, but you know, numbers don't lie, and neither do Puerto Ricans who fight bare knuckle. So we're here.
I have one thing for games. I have. Have you ever played Fall Guys?
Yeah, an Xbox. Yeah, I played that.
Yeah, it's a free game.
Is it Fallout? Fallout. You mean Fallout?
No, Fall Guys. It's
Oh,
like
no,
a
no.
funny free game. You can download it for free right now. I think they even have it on Switch, right? And it's a race. You start off with I think there's 100 people. They're all controlled by different people. And you're like this little goofy looking dude. You can get different outfits. And you run through obstacle courses, crazy looking obstacle courses where things are spinning and there's holes. And your guy's all running crazy and you're bumping into each other. And you got to
That
jump.
sounds pretty good.
Yeah. You go through an obstacle course. And for the first level, only say 75 people can win. The last 25, they get eliminated, and then it goes on to the next round, and it's real goofy. It's fun. My girls love it. It's definitely a fun game.
It's like Squid Games. It's like Squid Games for kids.
Kind of, but it's really funny. So, yeah, Fall Guys.
Definitely gonna try that out. Definitely, definitely. But yeah,
you'll love it.
Before I sign off, I want to give a big shout out to David Feldman, Nate Shook, Mr. Cranston, Evan. Happy birthday, Evan. Evan, you're the man, brother. Keep doing your pitches. Big shout out to Nick Vespa, another guy. He's one of the head. One of my favorite guys to take pitches. Big shout out to fucking Phil, even though you're a dickhead to me. But yeah.
You know what you should do? You and Vespi should get on the skateboards together and do a video.
We've been trying to link together. He's in Jersey.
Okay.
I'll make some time. We definitely talk. But yeah, and the man, the myth, the legend, the pain in my ass because I'm a pain in his ass, Scott Farley, man. I wouldn't have been this far if it wasn't for that, man. That guy is one of the best managers that you could ever ask for. He deals with my bullshit. He deals with everybody else's bullshit. That guy's the guy. So, yeah, big shout out to Scott. Love you, bro.
Scott's a stone cold killer, dude. I love that guy.
He is. But you guys have a great night. And if you got to hit him hard.
There you go. Tony. All right, man. See you later, Tone. There he is, Tony Loco Soto. He is always fun. Dude, that guy just fucking shot the shit with us for an hour and 15 minutes.
Yep. I knew he would. I love having Tony on. He's
an easy conversation. And obviously, when you're talking to him and we're looking over a card and shit, he's obviously a dude that pays attention to the sport. He was a little off about the Josh Dyer thing. Josh Dyer fought twice last year, and he hasn't been on the shelf that long. He fought last September. But other than that, he's very knowledgeable in the sport. So he could easily, be a part of a show like this and constantly break down the fucking sport,
Yep. And we hang out with Scart every now and then. We see Scart. When we go to different places, we run to Scart Farley.
Scart.
Yeah, we've eaten some pizza with him a couple times.
Hey, Scott.
He's come out to the bar with us a couple times. Late nights. We've been rushed with weapons with him before. It's really crazy.
Scott keeps it cool under intense situations.
He's a pretty wild guy and always gets us into trouble. I mean, that's
yeah, man. I mean, what should happen is we should have a reality TV show, but the reality TV show only follows us when we're on events, when we're hanging out with Scott.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Mike and Mish and Scott. That's the show right there, because fucking shit seems to go down, my friend. Good shit, dude. Hey, it was good talking to Tony, and I know he didn't announce who he's fighting or who he's, but it seems like he really wants Kevin Kroom, and it seems like that's the one that should happen. He was calling him out before. He was saying some pretty harsh things about Kevin. Kevin should respond. He should sign a contract, and those two should fight, and that should be the first one on his 3-fight contract. And after, if he was to go get that win over Kevin Kroom at 6-0, like you said, it doesn't make any fucking sense at all for him to do anything else but fight for the 155 title. No doubt in my mind.
Man, I really wish that we were going to this card this weekend, guys. Here is the schedule. The weigh-ins tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern. Make sure you watch it on the BKFC app, Instagram, or YouTube. For those that are going, it will be at Exhibit Hall at the RP Funding Center. So get over there, check it out. And then July 14th, it happens live on the BKFC app, 6 p.m. The doors open for fans. Get there early, have some fun, meet the fighters. They're always there walking around. They'll shake hands, they'll take pictures, they'll sign autographs. This is the best sport to go to live. You meet anybody, everybody is approachable. So you see Lorenzo Hunt there, which he will probably be there with his titles. Go up to him and say hi. He will take pictures with you. He will sign autographs. He's a good dude, and so is everybody else. So get in there and meet the fighters and have a great time. This is going to be fantastic.
Mike, when the last time we were at the RP Funding Center, it was Knucklemania 1. It was our first time ever covering an event live as media.
Yep.
And it was half capacity because of COVID. Do you remember that?
Yep.
And the place was still fucking awesome. The crowd rocked that night. The event was great. Knucklemania 1. That was Paige and Britain was a fucking feeling that night. You know what I mean? That was that was a great night.
We sat with Monica all night long.
Dude, Lorenzo fought on that card actually. So Lorenzo beat Rob Morrow night. Travis Thompson fought on that fight. He fought on that card. He fought Greg Rockhard Bono.
That was John. That was John Chelbeck that fought Bono.
Oh, he fought David Morgan.
And Dave Morgan hurt his knee or something.
That's right. And we sat with Britain's mom, Monica, that night.
Yep. And then Dave Morgan came and sat at the table.
He came and sat with us. I mean, that was a phenomenal night. We met a lot of people that night, and that was the night, like Mike just said, the community, the bare knuckle community is like super welcoming, and everybody.
We hung out with Starling.
Yeah. Starling came down. It was hanging out. Her and Keith were down there. It was Nick Sherlock was down there.
We met Scart
Farley.
We met Scart Farley. We met the guys that own Tiger Life there. We met so many people. It was Elvin Brito time. We met there.
Yeah, and it fucking kills me that we can't go. I mean, we're gonna miss this one, and unfortunately, there was no way I could do it. Mike tried to get there, it didn't, and ended up falling through in the long run.
I've looked. You know, it's so funny. It's like I know I'm not going. As early as this afternoon, I was like, Southwest.com. How much is it? I wonder. Let me call Kyle, see if he would. Yeah. Hey, can I use some of the money from the company? I'm going to go. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. I would have said yes.
It's so much to just go right now.
Is it?
Yeah. I would just have to drop everything, pack everything, go, tomorrow morning. And the flights are expensive and I'd need a room and in a car. Forget it. It would be insane to just do it. Just like
sleep in the car.
Sleep in the car. I could probably sleep in someone's room. Kevin Smith will probably let Scart. Are you there? Can I sleep in your room, Scart? God damn it. I should just go.
Nah, man. It would have been super cool to go back to the place where we started and actually seeing that place packed to the rafters because like I said, it was right in the fucking heart of COVID. People, it was cool about that. It wasn't in the heart. It was the beginning of COVID actually. And we all
pretty early. Yeah.
We had to everybody had to wear their masks into the building. But as soon as you got into the arena, they didn't give a fuck. Everybody could take their masks off. It was great. And there was
I still haven't gotten COVID yet.
And I want to say that it was probably around 2,000 people there. You know what I mean? Like it was a small crowd, but it was a big enough crowd to get a lot of crowd noise and have a great time. Dat Wayne fought on that card against fucking Johnny Bedford.
Oh, Quentin Henry.
Chris Lieben.
Chris Lieben's friends or someone got into a fight in the stands. Remember that?
Yep. Then Kevin Smith jumped over the barrier and ran up Kevin Smith ran up there like it was a goddamn hockey fight from back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. This guy, let's kind of wrap this thing up here.
Wrap it up.
If you guys don't have the app, you tuned into Knucklemania 3 and you tuned into Denver BKFC 41, do yourselves a favor, dive, all the way in on this sport and get on this card here because this is a fucking through and through fucking unbelievable card with homegrown talent from top to bottom inside the sport of bare knuckle. It's unbelievable, and I cannot wait. And guys, we're not going to do a show tomorrow night. Unfortunately, I have to apologize. I am leaving for a month. I'm leaving my wife and kids for a month, and we have plans for tomorrow. And if I was to not fucking spend this time with them, I might not have a wife when I get back in a month. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Scott has a room. So
I know Scott has a room. Yeah, you know what I mean. So, yeah, Brandon Allen says I got the app. He'll be looking from home. Yeah, sure. Okay. All right.
Brandon,
But
you should
anyways,
definitely check this out.
No show tomorrow. Thank you to Tony Soto. Thank you everybody for tuning in and participating in the comment section and trying to get some of this the swag that we give out on this show here, courtesy of Extreme Bareknuckle fan page. And yeah,
yes, sir.
And once I get to school and I figure out and I get myself situated, fuck, man, Mike, there's a possibility that we could still do Wednesdays and Thursdays while I'm at school.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm sure we'll do at least one at a minimum. You're going to have internet and all that stuff. We'll be good. Yeah. I've done it before. We'll get it done.
All right, guys. So thank you very much for tuning in, and we will talk to you soon. Tune in Friday night. Peace.